Alrighty, welcome back. Name is Ryan Wilhelm, podcast 2 of Speech Class. And today we're talking about memory, and not like the simple forgetting where you put your keys, but like a collective memory, or the way societies would remember history, if we're being exact, memory. And the reading that we had this week was about Budapest, the capital of Hungary, and this thing called the Living Memorial. And honestly, it's really cool because it shows how people can fight back against official history. All right, so the story basically is, so back in 2014, Hungary's government built this big monument about World War II. And the monument basically said that Hungary was a victim of Germany. Like, poor Hungary got invaded by the Nazis, and that's the story. Which sounds fine at first, but the problem is that's not the whole truth, because the Hungarian state actually collaborated with the Nazis, and Hungarian officials helped deport Jews to concentration camps, which that part got left out of the monument, which is a pretty big thing to leave out, because they're just ignoring the fact that they did something like that and almost playing the I'm the good guy, let's just move past this and act like it never happened. Which people get mad at that, especially the Holocaust survivors and their families. They felt like this monument was rewriting history to make Hungary look innocent. So they decided, like, okay, if the official monument won't tell the truth, let's just make our own. And this is how the Living Memorial started. Now, this isn't just another statue or like a big block of marble. It's really different. It's made out of just regular objects like photos, shoes, letters, stones, I don't know, candles, toys, anything people want. But people would bring these things and they'd leave them there. And over time, it builds up into this kind of open air living museum. And that's why it's called living, because it's always changing. It's not static. Every time someone adds something, it grows. And the article calls this a form of counter-memory, which basically means it's pushing back against the official memory. And the government's memory says, like, we were only victims, but the counter-memory says, no, we also had responsibility, and we need to admit that. So it's memory, but in opposition to the official story. And what's interesting is that the living memory isn't just about the past. It's also about the present. Like, by challenging the government's monument, people are also challenging the government's power to decide what the truth is. So it's not just history. It's politics. It's about resisting authoritarianism and keeping space open for debate. The reading used this idea of re-performance, which is kind of a fancy word, but it basically means memory isn't just one and done. It's something that gets performed again and again. And like every time people gather at this living memorial, whether it's for a vigil or to talk or drop off an object, they're re-performing memory, or like they're keeping it alive, not frozen. And to me, like, that's pretty powerful, I'd say, because like most monuments are just boring. You walk past them. Most people really wouldn't even think much of it. Maybe you read the plaque and then you forget about it. But this one, it just does not let you do that, because it's not finished. It's ongoing. It's living. And it invites participation, not just observation. And you don't just look at it. You can add to it, which means it's a living conversation with the past. And if you think about it, it kind of flips the idea of authority, which usually governments get to decide the official story. They build the monuments, they write the textbooks, they decide what goes in the museums. But the Living Memorial says, no, regular people also get to decide what we remember. That's a big deal, because like memory shapes identity. How we tell the story of the past shapes who we think we are today. And this article also points out that this isn't only about Hungary. Like, yeah, it's specific to Budapest, but it connects to a bigger question, like who gets to control history and what happens when governments try to rewrite the uncomfortable parts. That's not just Hungary. You can see versions of that in a lot of different countries. Even here, like debates over statues, monuments, and textbooks show that memory is political everywhere. So, yeah, to kind of sum it up, like the Living Memorial is grassroots. It's participatory, it's constantly changing. And it's a way of telling history differently. It's not about pretending the past was neat and tidy. It's about facing the messy parts and refusing to let them be erased. Yeah, that's basically all. And to me, it's pretty sick that it shows how memory doesn't have to be stuck in stone. It can be alive, messy, and open to everyone, and that's a powerful form of resistance. Yeah, appreciate you listening. Cut to the outro music. See ya.